The staged collisions murder for hire trial started week 3 with testimony from 2 jailhouse informants. Disbarred attorney Sean Alfortish and alleged triggerman Leon Parker are facing charges including conspiracy to commit witness tampering by murder. Paul Murphy joining us live outside of the federal courthouse with the latest on the trial. Paul, what did you hear today?
Well, Katie, the government is still presenting its case against Alfortish and Parker. And today the jury heard about an alleged scheme involving Alfortish to bribe an inmate to give false testimony in the case. The jury watched a videotaped deposition of Honduran national Cesar Lobo Ramos, an inmate who was awaiting deportation. He spent time in the federal wing of the St. Tammany Parish Jail with co-conspirator turned government witness Ryan Harris. Harris has already pleaded guilty to staging collisions with 18-wheelers on the interstate and to his role in the murder of Cornelius Garrison, a fellow high-level slammer who was cooperating with the FBI. Speaking through an interpreter, Lobo Ramos claimed he overheard Harris in jail discussing the staged wreck scheme and saying he planned to blame a white guy for the crimes, referring to Alfortish. When asked by Alfortish's attorney, Sean Clark, if he was talking about the murder, Lobo Ramos said, "No, not anything about death. I heard they were going to set somebody up, but not about death." Lobo Ramos had also briefly been housed with Alfortish at the St. Charles Parish Jail, where prosecutors allege the scheme to give false testimony was hatched. The government called another inmate to the stand to testify about the alleged conspiracy. Mark Fridge testified Alfortish offered to pay Lobo Ramos $3,500 to say he overheard Harris's claim. Fridge, who is facing drug charges, also identified an email Lobo Ramos sent him after being returned to Honduras. It read, "Tell the boy to send the bread. I got a letter ready to send to the court just in case." Prosecutors argued in earlier court filings the message referred to a payment Lobo Ramos expected from Alfortish. Later, Fridge testified that Lobo Ramos told him that he never heard Ryan Harris talk about the staged collisions. Another inmate, Derek Franklin, who spent several months with Leon Parker at the St. Tammany Jail, was also called to the witness stand. Franklin, facing sex charges involving a minor, said Parker went into detail about the murder of Cornelius Garrison. He said Parker bragged there were 5 steps, ran him down, hit him 10 times. It was like a professional hit. Franklin also testified Parker blamed his arrest on Ryan Harris. Franklin said Parker told him, if Ryan and his baby mama would have kept their mouths closed, we would have gotten away with the murder of the century. And Judge Wendy Vitter instructed the jury that they can believe all, some, or none of the jailhouse informant's testimony. The prosecution is expected to rest its case later this week. That's when the defense takes over. We're live outside the federal courthouse in downtown New Orleans. Paul Murphy, WWL, Louisiana.